Thank you, Cathaoirleach, and Minister Brown, you're very welcome. I spoke before the summer recess about this matter on July the 13th at the Order of Business. It comes forward as a commencement matter at a time where I feel we're about to have a much wider discussion as to the need for increased Garda presence in our community. The widely shared horrific scenes of gangs of joyriding thugs in a housing estate in Ballyfermot's Cherry Orchard have shocked many. But for many others, it's an all too familiar sight, and shock has long since given way to resignation. Ordinary, law-abiding citizens in certain parts of this country are terrorised day in, day out by low-life, criminal hooligans who have no respect for their communities, the people in them or the law. It would seem that there are some areas which have been declared unofficial no-go zones, even by An Garda Siochana. Faced with the challenges of policing these areas, the decision has been made not to police them at all, or barely. But the role of the Guards as guardians of the peace should not be limited by postcode, and every effort must be made by the Government to ensure that the force is adequately manned, trained and equipped to carry out this role. Every street of the capital would be made a lot safer if there were a pair of marching guards down the street every 30 to 40 minutes. Certain streets don't need this, others probably need more. But if we had as many patrol cars out cracking down on violent crime as we did rounding up non-COVID compliant persons, this would be a much safer country for it. This summer, the residents of Laytown were subjected to a vicious brawl which saw golf clubs and baseball bats being used as weapons. That came less than a month after a mass protest had been held in Bettystown over the lack of a Garda station in what is now one of the country's busiest coastal areas. Laytown Garda station isn't even close to being fully manned, and most of the area is actually served by the station at Ashbourne, a full 33 kilometres away. If that station is busy, an emergency call can be taken by the Garda station in Kildare town, almost 100 kilometres away. This is absolutely unacceptable in a developed country like Ireland, and it's a kick in the face to the people of the area who deserve a minimum standard of policing. So either we need a brand new 24/7 Garda station in the area, or a minister needs to speak to the Garda Commission and ensure Laytown Garda is transformed into a 24-hour active service. Thank you.
Thank you, Cathaoirleach, and I thank Senator Sharon Keogan for raising this very important matter around the request for the Minister for Justice to establish a new Garda station to serve the areas of Laytown and Bettystown. On behalf of the Minister, I thank Senator Keogan for raising this matter. The Senator will appreciate that the Garda Commissioner is, by law, responsible for the management and administration of Garda business and determining the deployment of An Garda Siochana right throughout the state. The Minister of Justice is assured that Garda management keeps the distribution of resources under continual review in the context of policing priorities and crime trends to ensure that there is optimal use. The Office of Public Works, OPW, has responsibility for the provision and maintenance of Garda accommodation. Works in relation to Garda accommodation are progressed by the Garda authorities, working in close cooperation with the OPW. The Minister for Justice has no direct role in these matters. The Government is committed to ensuring that An Garda Siochana has the resources it needs, not least in the context of a growing population. An unprecedented allocation of over €2 billion was provided in Budget 22 by the Government, and the Government will continue to support An Garda Siochana in recruiting Garda members and Garda staff through the upcoming budget and over the coming years. A key pillar of the programme for Government, Our Shared Future, is building stronger and safer communities. Prioritising visible policing in rural communities will ensure community policing is at the forefront of our police service and an integral strand of our social contract with the public. I understand that the Laytown district, consisting of Laytown and Duleek sub-districts, was created in 2008, arising from the county boundary realignment project emanating from the Garda Síochána Act of 2005, which saw the introduction of joint policing committees. Laytown Garda Station operates on a paired system with Duleek Garda Station, and this enables a 24/7 service to be provided between two sub-districts. I also understand that additional support is provided as required from district headquarters at Ashbourne Garda Station, which is operational 24/7. In addition, There is a marked patrol car responding to calls 24/7, and when numbers are allowed, there is a second patrol car utilised as a second responding vehicle. I am aware that the Garda Commissioner visited Laytown Garda Station on the 28th of July this year, where he met local Garda management and members of the station party. Matters of facilities, resourcing, criminality, including public order and the boundary between the Meath and Louth divisions, were discussed at this meeting. I am informed by the Garda authorities that there are draft plans to enhance the policing service provided from Laytown Garda Station and to examine options to upgrade the station. However, these plans have yet to be finalised, and it is not possible to confirm specific details at this time. The Minister looks forward to updating Senator Keogan again on these matters in due course.
Thank you, Minister Brown. And to be quite honest, I'm a little bit taken back by this response, to tell you the truth. I did put it in before, and the Minister came back to me saying it wasn't her responsibility. But this is her constituency. This is her area. The people of the Ashbourne area and the Laytown, Bettystown coastal area deserve a 24-hour station. The area that the current Laytown Garda station is in the middle of a housing estate. There is no way you can upgrade that facility there. I know in 2009, Fianna Fáil announced that they were going to build a brand new Garda station over there. That never materialised either. So there's been a lot of promises along the way for the people of the coast. That area has grown substantially over the last 5 to 10 years. Duleek has also grown substantially, but particularly the east coast of Meath, from Southgate right across to Julianstown, it needs a full-time Garda station. I wouldn't be here asking for it if it wasn't something that we actually need. The needs of Duleek, we have a Garda station there that is manned part-time. It's not a full-time station, it's a part-time station, but the needs of the coast are far, far greater. And the time that it takes the Gardaí in Ashbourne to get to a case on the coast could sometimes be up to an hour. So really that response saying, you know, visible policing in rural areas, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It didn't happen yesterday in Cherry Orchard, and it certainly is not happening in County Meath. So the Gardaí need to do better. They need to get more boots on the ground and more visibility, and to ensure that communities are safe. People want to be safe. They don't want to see what happened in their communities, what happened yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you, Herlock, and again thank the Senator for raising this important matter, and I'll bring the Senator's concerns to the attention of the Minister. I understand that as of the 31st of August 2022, the latest date for which figures are available, Laytown Garda Station currently has a strength of 1 inspector, 3 sergeants and 15 Gardaí, all of which are uniformed personnel providing a frontline policing service to the Laytown, Bettystown and Mornington areas of East Meath. I'm advised that on weekdays, a member from the district who opens the station in the morning conducts beat patrols for the remainder of their tour of duty in Laytown Bettystown area in support of Laytown personnel. At weekends, I am informed by Garda management that there is an active management plan in place which becomes being deployed at 7 a.m. on Saturdays, which will remain in place until 9 p.m. on Sundays to deter illegal parking. Members are briefed to adopt a zero-tolerance approach to traffic and public order issues, with fixed charge penalty notices being utilised where appropriate. More broadly, it is important to emphasise that, as recommended by the Commission on the Future of Policing in Ireland, responsibility for community safety does not rest solely with An Garda Siochana or the Department of Justice, but rather is a whole-of-government approach. This principle is at the centre of the Government's new policing policy on community safety, which will be given a statutory basis in a new Policing Security Community Safety Bill, proposes to establish and support a system of community safety at local level across the country. New local community safety partnerships will bring all services and the community together at local authority level, replacing the existing joint policing committees to serve as a comprehensive forum for discussion and decisions on community priorities. The Minister will continue to drive the ongoing concerted activity towards nationwide policy rollout following the conclusion of the current pilot period at the end of 2023. Thank you, Garda.